St. Louis is known for the arts, our sports, our Midwestern charm, and that show-me state attitude. But what many people don't know about is the creative community that exists in this city. Reality shows, documentaries, stage productions, and feature films are all being produced right here in St. Louis. As a producer, a commercial actor, and a TV host, I am part of this hustle and grind to make creative media in this city. I'm Sarah Bernard, here to show you what's happening on the set. Welcome to On the Set with STL TV in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm Sarah Bernard, and in today's episode, we're going to learn about the wedding film business in St. Louis. The wedding industry is probably the way that most St. Louisans are first introduced to the video and film world, and it's becoming a big business. Gone are the days of the shaky video camera in the choir loft. As filmmaking becomes more a part of our daily lives and same-day edits have become increasingly popular, the ability to make your own Hollywood film about your wedding day has become the thing to do. So we're going to meet the young husband and wife team of Lovebirds Studios, who are winning awards for their unique wedding films and creating a name for themselves right here in the Gateway City. You guys maybe took a little bit of a non-traditional route to the video and film world in St. Louis. So what is your background?
I studied history education in college, but I found that that wasn't really where my passion was. We got started with video when a friend of mine filmed our wedding. He just kind of grabbed a camcorder and kind of just filmed the day. And we enjoyed that experience, and then so we returned the favor. We filmed his wedding a couple months later. And from there, we kept having friends ask us to do their wedding, and
took off.
Yeah.
But you didn't go to film school. So there's a lot of cinematographers out there that hate you right now.
Well, I think that some people would see not having a traditional film background as a detriment, but I really see it as an asset that we have, because we don't have preconceived notions of how things should look or what things should be. So we take a very non-traditional approach, and I think that comes out in our videos, and I think people really like that.
So how does a bride and groom find out about you guys?
Well, there are a lot of ways that people find out about us, but the biggest way is just really through social media. Every one of our highlight videos goes up online on our Facebook page, and brides are free to share with their friends, and it's been amazing to see how quickly they spread, and how many, each time a video goes up, how many inquiries we get because of that.
So what's the highlight video?
So a highlight video is a 3 to 5 minute, almost music video style of the day. So it's all of the best points of the day, best shots, put to music and in a really kind of creative and touching way. And one of our videos this year hit 25,000 views. It got picked up by a lot of groups because the story, even though most of these people don't know the couple, but they connect with the story that was told in it, and that's, I think, a huge part of what we do.
So what was the story in that one?
So that story it was very unique. It was funny. We actually were approached by the groom the week before. We had shown a same-day edit video where we edit the highlight video during the wedding and show it at the reception. As soon as it was done playing, soon-to-be groom turned around and said, "Are you available next week?" And so him and I had kind of planned throughout the week to surprise the bride. She'd wanted a video. He said they couldn't afford it.
So he was at his friend's wedding.
Yes.
He saw the end result of the
Yep.
same day edit of that wedding that he had attended that morning. He's at the reception. His wedding's the next week.
Yep.
He turns around and asks you guys to surprise.
So we were his gift to her. So that was kind of one of the approaches of the video. And so there were 2 surprises. He surprised her with us. We really just came into her room as she was getting her hair done and said, "Surprise, we're here." And so she was just so surprised about that. And then he, in return, she gave him this card that she'd filled out when she was in middle school, that she would save herself until she met her husband. And so she found this card from when she was in junior high. She gave it to him. He cried, and it was so emotional and so touching, that these 2 surprises and these gifts, and so that story really translated, and so it got picked up by a lot of different organizations and different people on social media, and it just kind of spread like wildfire. So we were flattered that so many people loved the story, and it also was great for our business as well.
So were you able to tell that story just through visuals and music, or is there also dialogue?
So we do incorporate dialogue. So we we incorporated the groom reading the card that she had given him, and also reading a card that he had given to her. It's hard to do that in 3 to 5 minutes. I think that's something that we have a gift for, is kind of conveying that message in a short amount of time.
And every video is different. So there's a lot of audio that's incorporated, but in different ways. So sometimes it's through the gifts that they give each other. Sometimes it's ceremony audio.
What are the steps that you take with your couple?
Most of our inquiries come from email. So that's usually the first step, because usually they found us on a website or somebody had told them about us. First thing I say is, let's get together. Here's our price sheet. Here's our package options, but let's go have coffee. And we find that that's the best way to do things, because we want to make sure that we're a good fit for each other, that it's not going to be awkward on that day of. So sometimes couples come here, sometimes we go get coffee, and it's really about an hour-long conversation, just getting to know each other. We show them some of our videos. We just get to know them and what they do, and tell them a little bit about us. If they decide to book with us, it's just constant meetings, getting to know the schedule and getting to know them and what's important to them about their day, what special moments are going to be happening, who's giving speeches, because we want to make sure that we're well prepared for anything that might happen.
One of the biggest compliments that we've ever gotten at a wedding is we did a same-day edit, and then one of the family members of the bride said, "I didn't even know anyone was filming the wedding."
Yeah.
And so that's a huge compliment to us, because like she said, we get to know the couple so well, we know the schedule so well, that we can blend into the background. Grandma called us little church mice once, because we just we sneak around, and nobody, we're not distracting, because that's something that some brides are afraid of, it becoming a big production. And we don't do that at all. And so that's a big thing we take pride in as well, is knowing the schedule, knowing the couple enough that we're just blending in.
And I think once people get to know us, they feel more comfortable about the idea of having somebody, like a video crew, following them throughout the day. Once they really get to know us and know, we're fun, it's not going to be stressful. Because weddings can be stressful. I mean, you're kind of stressed out before the ceremony, and all these people are watching you, you're the center of attention.
So some people feel that in our society today, there is this spotlight on everybody's a star. Everybody wants to be a star, or thinks they are, because of social media and Facebook and everyone's pictures everywhere. Does that help your business?
We kind of modify that expectation a little bit. You are the star. The bride especially is the star. But we want to highlight your story. Your story is the star, how you got to this point. And that's what makes a great video.
So it sounds almost like you take a film approach to your video business, because that's what a filmmaker does.
Well, I would say so. That's why we refer to ourselves as, and many people that do this type of video, refer to ourselves as filmmakers as opposed to videographers. To us, a videographer is purely just capturing what is happening, but a filmmaker is telling a story.
So the wedding business in St. Louis, the wedding video business, I should say, do you have a lot of competition?
When we were first getting started, it kind of felt overwhelming, because you see all these people who are so good. You feel like we could never get there. And you feel like, oh, there's so many people to compete with. But what we found as we kind of went on is our style and our approach gives us less competition, because the brides that are coming to us are looking for something more specific. We found that we usually compete with just a handful of other companies in St. Louis. But the great thing is there are so many weddings out there. There are so many people looking to hire a videographer. And my friends at Schweitzer Film always say, there could be 70 more of us, and we would still all be able to book up the year.
So do you all have expansion plans beyond weddings?
We actually have a separate side of our business called Pounds Media, and we do commercial and corporate videos. So we've been doing that for about as long as we've been doing weddings, and they actually surprisingly go hand in hand really well.
How do you market your business? What's your marketing plan?
A big part of what we do is we're featured on thenot.com, which is the world's biggest wedding website, and we recently actually just won St. Louis Best of Weddings for videography, and so we're very proud of that award, and that has brought a lot of traffic to our site and a lot of inquiring brides, and so that has been a huge thing for us. But everything else is word of mouth from people seeing our videos, sharing them on Facebook, and then same-day edits are one of the best things that we can do to market ourselves, because you never know who's in that room, who's going to be watching the video, and they think, these people can do this in one day. What can they do, in 5 days with my company?
From the point of view of a filmmaker, doing weddings might be kind of the low end of the glamour in the industry, if there is. What do you say about that?
When we were first started doing commercial work alongside wedding videos, I was very self-conscious about it, thinking, oh, people are going to think we're a joke if we're doing weddings as well. But now that couldn't be more wrong. Shooting live events allows us to be able to operate on the fly and work on the fly in a way that people who are just studio filmmakers don't necessarily have those kind of skills. So we're able to shoot different kinds of events or different kinds of shoots much more quickly and efficiently than someone with a large studio team.
It's funny, when we first started, I loved the weddings. I loved marriage. I loved the whole process of weddings. And so I wanted to continue doing wedding videos. He said, as soon as we can get enough commercial work, we're going to stop doing wedding videos. And it's just completely switched. We really enjoy them now, and we love the challenge of making every wedding video unique.
What kind of equipment are you all taking out on a shoot?
So we shoot on all Canon DSLRs, which people would commonly refer to as a photography camera or recognize as a photography camera. And often at weddings, even though we'll have a microphone or be on a Steadicam, people will think, they'll pause and smile or, things like that. So it looks like a photography camera, but it's able to shoot in full HD. And it's also very portable and conspicuous, not the big shoulder rig that the news guys do. So that allows us to move quickly and also get very unique shots that you can't get on maybe some of your more traditional video equipment. Also use a Steadicam, kind of a gliding technique that allows you to get very unique kind of flying looks. And we also use, we have sliders that also provide a unique approach as well.
And how do you edit? What kind of equipment are you using for editing?
So we do all of our editing on the Final Cut Pro, and we all edit, we all do a little bit of editing.
So are you editing on location then?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so we bring a laptop with us to the same day edit, and we would find a little space. I mean, I've edited same day edits in our car. I've edited them
in somebody's office.
At a reception venue. A laptop and a hard drive and some headphones, and just kind of zone out for a while. And I'll usually go from the time the ceremony starts, get some shots at the ceremony. Jordan and TJ will keep shooting, and then I will go off the side room, begin the edit, and then from there we'll go into the reception. I'll edit through dinner, through some of the toasts and things like that, and then we'll typically show them then before the dancing starts. So while all of this is going on, we still have the team out in the reception getting everything. So nothing's ever missed during the same day edit. So that's something we also always want people to know is when I'm off editing, it's not taking away from the rest of the things that are going to be shot.
So do the bride and groom see the final video with everyone else, or do they get a preview?
Yeah, they get to experience it with the everybody at the wedding, everybody at the reception at the same time. And what's great is we always like to film a reaction video where we're filming them watching it, and then we kind of pair those side by side. It's really cool to see, a really emotional thing. And what's great is all of the guests, they weren't there for almost everything they're seeing in the video. They weren't there. They get to see it. The couple gets to see it. And it's such kind of an emotional climax of a very emotional day.
Thank you for joining us for On the Set. We look forward to sharing more news about the film and theatrical community with you. Please join our Facebook page at STL TV channel to get news of our upcoming shows, or join our YouTube STL TV channel for regular programming updates. We look forward to seeing you again on the set.